Yo, what's up?
We're recording because Dave doesn't treat us like people.
Because I expected you to start introducing yourself with your names.
Brown people are seen as less to him.
Okay, what's up? This is the Orange Juice Podcast. I'm here with Arjun and Ridwan. Say what's up, guys.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, just fuck yourself then. Okay, these motherfuckers are being obstinate. So, this is basically our last podcast, to be honest, because I'm not gonna see Arjun after today. Bye, Arjun. And Ridwan, we might record a podcast after this, but this is like the last one getting recorded. We have this guy who's really good at Valorant here. Say something.
What up?
All right. So, this is gonna be our last episode. So I thought we could do something inspired by the show All American and Layla, My Queen, where we give a little friendsgiving.
All closer to you, bro.
We give a little friendsgiving. So I'd like to start. I'll start off just to stir up the pot a little, put a little spice in the mixture or whatever. Thank you, Arjun, for real, for high school. As an individual, you always actually push me for more and being. Why are you stroking my index finger? You for real have always pushed me for more and being authentic and all that bullshit.
This is really weird.
This is kind of. No, go.
No, yeah.
Sentimental. Last podcast ever.
Yeah, this is the last podcast ever, so I just wanted to say thank you to both of y'all. I said thank you.
Hey, show some attention, please, to the
I'm
speaker.
paying attention.
I said thank you in the conclusion shit already, but thank you, Arjun, for all that shit, being authentic, being one of my best friends for real. And yeah, being a great teammate, honestly, for the most part. And just being a real motherfucker around me. And I feel like that helped me through my overall high school experience, having an individual like you around me. Redwine, thank you for always being again, being real with me and keeping me stable. I feel like you call me out on my bullshit a lot. So it's you keep me focused on what I actually want to do as a person when I'm on my fucking manic or depressive ends. You keep me focused as an individual to just who Dave is. So I thank you for that. So you guys want to give any thank yous, or do you want me to start?
Yeah. All right. I want to say fuck you, Dave. And then I want to say thanks, Redwan.
Oh, okay. Go fuck yourself. Ridwan, you want to say something?
Yeah, I would like to say something.
Sorry.
Arjun's always been a homie.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, there was a lot of times where freshman year, I didn't even know Arjun. And then I met him, and then I was like, all right, this guy's pretty cool. And then junior year, at the beginning of junior year, I actually hated Arjun, fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But then...
I thought you hated me.
What did I do to make you hate me?
I felt like
we'll get into it after, but...
Yeah.
What the fuck? I never knew this.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what I did.
That's when that 9 Bobooks thing started, by the way.
Okay.
Because I was like, I just want to disassociate from Arjun entirely. But then, Arjun proved himself. That was worthy.
Of your friendship?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I honestly think, he was he's probably the top 2 people one of the top 2 people I think I ever talked to in my life.
Damn! David, you're not number 1.
You're not. No, I don't even know who's number 1, but it's between him and Tyler, who I talk to the absolute most. If you go on my settings right now, I went to go clear my history the other day, or clear my storage, because I ran out of storage, and Arjun's iMessage literally takes up 5 gigabytes, our chat.
That's crazy, bro.
So yeah, I talk to Arjun a lot, so thank you, Arjun. Thank you to Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna be all mean to Dave. Dave's a real one. Dave's always gonna be real with you, and Dave's been there forever. So appreciate you, Dave. But Ridwan, I feel like the shit that I can't say around other people, I can always say around Ridwan. So appreciate you as a friend for that.
Thank you. I feel like there's a lot of people I want to thank and appreciate.
Yeah, the guy next to you.
There's a lot of other people I want to thank and appreciate, but then I don't want to be name dropping, and then other people are like, "Oh, you left me out." Blah blah blah.
All right, well, guess what? I'm just gonna be name dropping off the top of the head if you don't want to fucking thank me, but that's okay. Tyler, thank you for being probably my favorite teammate, honestly, through the fucking Sage Hole. You've been the best actually teammate to me, and also just keeping me inspired to do me. I feel like you've always appreciated me being authentic to who I am. And then just, you were also part of the inspiration behind this podcast, so I thank you. Gabe, honestly, one of the most supportive, probably actually the most supportive motherfucker I've ever met, honestly. Give me some names.
If you can't,
That's why I didn't
all right, if you can't, wait, shit, you're thinking the people that I want to thank.
Yeah,
Henry.
so that, Henry, thank you for being like supportive as like a for real like brother. Like your family especially has always taken me in when I need it because they know my fucking shit. So Henry, thank you for real. That's like a brother that I've never had. Ironically, we're born the same day too, so it is what it is. Do you want to give at least one thanks, Red One? I got some grass.
Okay, if I give one thing, I have to give like a lot of things.
All right, go ahead.
Go for it.
All right.
We got time?
Thanks to Dave. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, I've been friends with Dave for a long time.
Yay.
And you know, I've probably been outside of the house the most with Dave, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yay.
You know,
Is that it?
I spent a lot of time with Dave. He introduced me to a lot of people. He's really weird. And you know, some girl told me, how are you even friends with him?
What? No, okay, tell me this.
You were
Oh, yeah, fuck. Oh, yeah, fuck her. No.
Wait, who is it? Gotcha.
And you know, it just made me realize like how much I've been through with Dave and how much fun, like whatever, she said that, but in reality it's a lot of fun, like having Dave just be a little dumb and then I'm a little dumb
Or
and like we just kind of
Our whole
bounce
friend
off,
group is stupid.
bounce off each other being dumb. You know what I'm saying?
are we dumber than the All-American friend group?
What? That's so random.
We talked about that in the gym.
Oh.
Are we? No, I don't
Yeah,
think we
we're
are.
just like some of the dumbest people I think I've ever met.
All right, no, wait, we gotta go on.
I
to
got
thank more people.
another person to thank. Other than Tyler and Gabe, I thank you guys a lot. But Dave already said basically everything that I want to say. Jaden, in a point that I don't think I talked about a lot, but like it was a low point. It was like with you, it was always somebody to talk to, regardless of how like serious the conversation was or not. It was still like it comforted me a lot. So appreciate you for that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna thank Keon because he like actually helped me, like through the podcast. He was always supportive, especially when I started doing a YouTube channel and everything. He was always supportive of me. And then again, I want to thank. We already thanked Gabe, but going on that, like Gabe was for real one of the first like human beings I was really able to open up like my mental side to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking with him made me more comfortable of what I was going through, and it made me more open to talking with other people about it as well. I feel like there's so many people to thank. See, this is our little cop out, so like you don't get mad at us if we didn't name you explicitly. But there is so many people to thank for real. Those are just the people at the top of our head now. But honestly, the whole community that's been around us that's helped support the Orange Juice podcast. Thank you guys. So now I think.
No, I'm gonna go on.
Oh, you're gonna keep on going?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Tyler.
We already did. But okay.
I know, but again, because I don't think I've ever talked to someone as much as I've talked to him. Like, he FaceTimes me all the time. And I don't know. We just became really close, and he's really funny. And I don't know. He's really dumb as well. And thank you to Justin. Even though, you know, he disappears every now and then. Maybe a little bit more than every now and then. But he keeps it, like, very real. And he's, in a way, been like a inspiration. Like, he just is. Thank you to... Damn, who else? Thank you, Gunner. Me and Gunner used to battle to be, like, late to school every single day. And he's also someone I could just be very dumb with. Thank you to... Zom. You see, now I started saying names. Now I gotta say everybody.
I got names if you need time.
Go.
Yeah, you go.
Thanks for the Cobbs and Arvin, both for like allowing me to just be kind of like the child that I fucking am and just being kind of accepting of that. Thank you to Rod, because one thing he's always pushed me to do more, honestly, both from a competitive side and just for a real side. He keeps it real with me, and also he's a person that I always look at in competition for most of the things I'm with, and he's a very competitive person as well. So especially starting to work out and everything, him and Matt Salerno, those are the people that first inspired me to start working out, which was a big shift in my fucking life. You know?
Oh, thank you to Matt Salerno because no, everybody says I always meet ride him, but like for real, when I was first coming here, I wasn't talking to very many people, not even like Dave or anything like that, and he was like one of the only people that I talked to first. He was comforting in a new environment. Whoops, I just touched your feet.
You got more names or not?
Yeah. Thank you to Jesus,
Oh,
Peter. Even though Peter, I don't know if he even watches these.
He doesn't, but
He definitely doesn't. But, you know, Peter was one of my closest friends before he died. Metaphorically. So, that's all cool.
Thank you to Olivia for being a top 5 human being in general. Just one of the nicest people I met. Thank you.
Thank you to my advisory, everybody in there.
Similar fashion, Lainey as well, in the nice department. And then,
Thank you to Milan. Milan's like a different kind of stupid that I've never laughed so hard around. And same with Nick. Nicky Lonnie.
Are you going through your contacts?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
'Cause I'm looking at people.
yeah, if you got more names, we could keep on going to that. But I think just start naming names if you think of more people. But for now, let's just like go on to talking about like our high school lives. I feel like the whole time we've done so many interviews, and me and Arjun talked about our basketball.
Names.
I don't have more names. Do you have more names?
I don't have more names.
All right.
Thank you to
Yeah, we don't have to force it.
Yeah, and we're one. Like, if you find names, just start shouting them out. You know what I mean? You could cut us off at any time.
yeah.
So, yeah, like I was saying, me and Arjun really only talked about our basketball lives, so I feel like this is a good opportunity for all of us to just say about our lives, you know, have an opportunity to say our piece, given that we're always, you know, doing interviews for other people's pieces. So, would anyone like to start just how their high school shit has gone, and I don't know, maybe intertwine how we met each other with that?
You go.
All right. I came from Tustin, and I moved over here, and I really didn't have any friends through 7th and 8th grade. What?
No, everyone just touched my calf.
Oh, okay. And I really met all of my friends through basketball, and that kind of continued when I went to Sage. And then, obviously, from Sage, I met the core basketball people, Arjun being one of them. And at the time, I was very awkward and very insecure. More insecure than anything, and that's why I had, like, extreme anger issues, and I was an asshole to most people. And I feel like that year was a year of development as far as me being more realistic with myself and stop being such an asshole to other people. But at the same time, that's when I met you guys. Arjun, the first memory I have of you was asking you if you were Janook's brother. And that was weird because, yeah, because I heard my brother said that, do you know this guy named Arjun Bhakta? And I was like, oh, that guy. And I asked you the next day. We weren't really friends through summer basketball because we just weren't. But when we first created, like, our first connection was on our way to freshman retreat. And we talked about J. Cole. And specifically, we were talking about Forest Hill Drives, which is ironic because I talked about Kendrick with this motherfucker to get to know him. But anyways, Arjun, first impressions
Of you?
of you, kind of a loser. Then we talked about J. Cole, and it was cool after that. And I feel like ever from then, our shit talking kept on growing. But like with that, our love for real kept on growing with that shit. You know what I mean? Like from day one, we were always talking shit with each other, and we all knew it was like chill and shit like that. Like we've never like for real had like any real animosity, even though we said some crazy shit about each other. You know. Ridwan, we met in our that fucking spinning the wheel, the art wheel. We had the art wheel C block together, and
Damn, you remember the block?
yeah, because it was C block for every freshman.
We started communication first.
Yeah, we had communications artists. I barely talked to you, but then I actually started talking to you in guitar because there was a question that fucking teacher who I don't really like asked, which was what type of music you listen to, and then you said Kendrick, which is ironic because I asked you later, and you said you were just bullshitting the whole time. You didn't listen to Kendrick at all. But
No, I didn't. At that time, I made a whole conversation with Dave about Kendrick, and then at that time though, I had no idea what I was talking about.
yeah. So I just remember we were talking about Kendrick, and I remember you said Damn was really mainstream, which made me sad because I was about to be like, oh my god, I love Damn so much.
I ended up saying that Damn, I like Damn anyway though.
Yeah. But anyways, with that, if you guys want to talk about how y'all met, which kind of intertwines to that.
Okay, weird one.
No,
When we were doing, stop,
no.
stop.
Don't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, and
Oh
this is
God,
gonna be
don't lie.
exact because I have steel trap memory.
Okay.
Everything
No,
I say
I
actually
remember.
happened.
Good one, real. Let Arjun speak, and then you say how you think it was.
So we were doing our shadow days, and I was waiting.
Shadow Day.
It
Oh
was-
wait, no, we met on
Orientation.
Shadow Day too. Remember? We
Oh,
were talking about
orientation.
soccer.
My fault.
I don't remember that.
My fault. Orientation.
I was Mika's shadow, and we talked in the science room together.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Let me talk.
We did.
Yeah.
Shut up. It was orientation or whatever, and I was waiting for my mom to pick me up, so I was chilling in the library playing PUBG Mobile. This kid comes up to me and just starts talking to me while I'm playing PUBG Mobile. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like in my zone here. And
Yeah,
then
I'm sorry for trying to make.
yeah. But the one thing that stood out to me the most, this dude asked me what my favorite meme was. I didn't even know what to respond to that because, like, what the fuck do you say your favorite meme is? And so I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a weirdo.
So
And so
anyway,
I didn't
that's
talk to him for
why.
the first, like, half of the year. And then, like, at the end of freshman year, I started talking to him more.
No, you want to say?
Yeah, should I tell the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
All right. I did not know a soul at our school, and then after orientation day was over, I had to wait for a bit to get picked up. So I went to the library, and I see Arjun sitting there, and I was like, all right, push myself out of my comfort zone. Let me go talk to someone. So I went up and I was just talking to him. I was like, oh, what game are you playing? I was just trying to top it up. And then I don't know where he came up with this question.
so insane that I would never come up with
No, because I never said that.
Yes, you did.
But anyway, he just gave me the driest response ever. He didn't even look at me once. He was looking at his phone the entire
I was
time.
locked in.
And I was like, all right,
Hold on.
that's great. That's
I thought I
really
introduced
cool.
y'all.
No.
It's an orientation day.
Oh, okay.
And then we didn't talk for the first half of the year. And then after that, Dave introduced us, and it was really awkward conversation as well.
I'd be
Yeah.
real. I thought you both like had a really awkward energy, and that's why I was like, you was like, fuck it, you guys would be friends.
You say we're, like,
did.
awkward, but we were both, like, 13 at the time. Of course, you're going to be awkward.
Yeah. Okay. But
Yeah.
you guys want to talk about your freshman years?
I don't
Yeah.
have much to talk about.
Go for it.
I don't have much to talk about. Like, I literally have nothing to talk about. Like, we were good friends at that time, and then we moved on to sophomore year, and we were good friends then.
All right. So.
I'll say something about my freshman year.
God.
Basically, like, my middle school experience sucked, as well as my elementary school experience. Like, I really didn't have a lot of friends, like, at all, that I hung out with, like, outside of school or anything. It was just, like, all school friends. And then it was, like, a complete change of environment when I came to high school, because I did not know a single soul. And, I ended up pushing myself, like, out of my comfort zone to go talk to people. And then I think freshman year was, like, it actually turned out really great for me because, like, for the first time, like, I actually started going out and hanging out with people properly, like, with Dave and, like, a couple other guys. We used to go see movies all the time.
Yeah. Dude,
And-
that's so weird.
You know what's funny? Me and Dave, like, reversed roles, because I would never leave the house. It'd be, like, an extremely rare occasion that I ever leave the house. And now it's David that never leaves the house.
Well, you rarely leave the house, too, but...
Yeah.
No, but way more than he does.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
freshman year I was going out like every weekend.
Yeah,
Dude.
freshman year, we used to go out all the time, and, like, I made a bunch of friends, and I was, like... I don't know, I started... like, everything, my life changed. Like, my social life was, like, on the up and up, and... I don't know, it was a huge change of environment. I actually really enjoyed freshman year, and that's why I enjoyed high school as well, because I feel like in general my social life just went up.
Yeah.
Also, that's it.
All right, freshman summer for me. I think that was like, well, I always like dealt with a lot of mental health shit, like given like just what I got and shit like that. So, but I feel like that was the start of like my high school shit. I felt like my actions were keeping up to me. I was so focused on basketball that I was like really just a complete asshole in my relationships. Like you could talk with Woody, especially. That's one person I was an asshole to. And then I felt like it caught up to me in freshman summer. One thing I remember having a good time was playing Minecraft with you. Us three had a base together, right?
Yeah, we had a
No,
server.
you didn't have Minecraft, but
No, yeah, we played
but
in a
we
server.
had a second Minecraft base where it was us three.
No, we played Bed Wars. In
Yeah, we
junior
would just
Oh,
play
you're
Bed
right.
Wars.
Okay, but
or after
anyways,
sophomore year.
yeah, I just like got really depressed, so I ended up working like literally. I worked out twice a day, and then I'd go to basketball practices with that, and my days just became like this shit, just like fucking distract me from like just like fucking self-hate or whatever and shit like that. And going to sophomore year, that's where really like I hit my like all-time lows with shit. Like I was for real like fucking suicidal and shit. But I felt like that's helped me grow through the time because once quarantine started, that was really my time of self-reflection, and from that I became more introspective and allowed myself to grow through it all. And I feel like now as I navigate life, it's like if I compare anything to my sophomore year, I'm happy now because I just knew how bad I was back then. So, okay, sophomore year for you guys.
I also want to give a thank you. I just remembered. I want to give a thank you to Zaina, and more recently, a thank you to Will and Brennan.
Oh, yeah, shit. Will and Brennan.
Well,
Wait, hold on. Does anyone watch the podcast?
I don't know.
definitely not.
Probably not. But I said
Is she
it.
friends with Grace?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know they watch one, so.
All right. If one of you sees this, I don't
Thanks, Zaina.
know. Yeah. Yo, your sophomore year?
Again,
Yeah, I thought you were
I
best.
didn't have shit going on. I
Hey.
didn't go through any any adversity or anything like that.
That's when we for real became like brothers, though. I was like,
Yeah, like we were good friends, you know?
that was like the start of like our lunch table yelling matches. Wait, for some reason I remember you were chasing that motherfucker around with like a sticker or something.
No, he was chasing me because I put tape on
Put
his
fucking
arm.
Oh, yeah.
duct tape on my arm, bro.
Yeah,
And
dude.
you know how embarrassing that was to like get that shit off because it wouldn't come off?
That's
We walked
why-
into Gonzo's room. I forgot who it was. Me and someone else. And we saw like a roll of duct tape, and I don't know why. I thought it would just be the funniest thing to like.
No, and
Duct tape
Dave
it
set it up.
around.
Dave was like, "You look good
Yeah.
if you roll your sleeve up." You look, I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah,
relax."
it-
Like I'm not rolling my sleeves up.
And
And
then
then he
he
just
rolled his
forces
sleeves
it,
up.
and he smacks it
And
down.
it was like really.
he
sticky
just
too.
kept rapping.
And I went all around his arm to pull all the like arm hair off.
instigate from day one, you
And
know?
then he did it, and he chased me around the entire school. I still was faster than him.
And then I
though.
took my pants off in front of Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you were in the middle of the quad.
He
Bro.
said Simon says, so I
Bro,
had to
by the
do
way,
it.
I was at stage the other day when we were hooping. I was changing in the parking lot. Or I was considering changing in the parking lot. I was thinking, dude, it's kind of weird that like I'm an adult now and I'm considering changing in a high school parking lot. You know what I mean? That's besides the point. But it's like weird things I gotta think about like that now.
Okay.
How does that relate?
All right, my sophomore year was great. I actually really enjoyed my sophomore year. Yeah, just like my relationship with everyone got better.
Do you still believe that's peak Red One?
No, we're peak everybody right now.
Yeah, no. I don't think that was peak anymore. Yeah. Also, by the way, like when I was saying my social life went up and like I made a lot of friends, like I actually really appreciate every single one of you. Like even if I didn't name drop you, like I don't know. I feel like we literally could not have had a better group of people at our school, in our grade. Like I've talked about this before. Like I swear I would not be a part of any other grade. I don't know. I think we ended up with like a great group of people. That's just me. But yeah, sophomore year was great. Obviously, it turned to shit at the end when we all went online.
No, I was
But-
cool through the last 2 months or whatever.
Oh, so Arjun, you got nothing to talk about in your sophomore year?
No, everything was cool, and then it all went downhill after junior or during junior year.
Yeah, I feel like junior year we all went bad, but for me it was different in the fact that it was self-reflection. But I want to hear why the fuck you hated him, and I thought you hated me
No,
during
we can't
junior
say
year,
this
too.
on the. Can you not
What do you
say
mean?
this on the podcast?
I felt like you were pissed at me during junior year, like when we were on
During
Discord
junior
shit. Yeah.
I wasn't pissed at you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You want to go into junior year?
Yeah, like when we were doing our bed wars.
But
shit.
how long did it take for you to not be super pissed at me?
Wait, what actually
I feel
happened?
like it was only a month.
What happened?
Basically, okay.
I'll cut it out. Just.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause right now.
I feel like
So then I would do this, like,
hold up, it's
troll
resuming
thing.
it. It's resuming right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
fine.
fine. I was doing this troll thing with Arjun, where there's this meme of 9 Bobucks. It's it's a video of cardio doing the stomach hurt thing, and it just says 9 Bobucks. I don't know why I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, but at the time I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So I went all the way up in our chat and I edited every single one
I looked at
to
it.
say 9 Bobucks.
I looked at it, and you deleted a few messages too to
Yeah.
make it just one.
So it'd be Arjun pouring, and especially because at this time me and Arjun were both very, very down during that time because we were in quarantine, we were stuck, right? And so it'd be Arjun pouring his heart out, bro, honestly, I don't have the motivation to wake up anymore and go on with life, and then I'd just be 9 Bobucks.
Bro, Okay. So the thing is, the reason I thought you didn't fuck with me was because, okay, so I'm assuming this is what happened in that period because there's a period where we didn't play Bed Wars, and I thought it was like you didn't fuck with me because the last time we played, I got like really competitive and you just rage quit. And then there was like a long period where
Bruh.
we didn't
No,
play
the
Bed
only
Wars.
reason we ever stopped playing Bed Wars,
You were like half the reason that we stopped
yeah,
playing Bed Wars.
because every time we try to get on, you always be like, "Oh, my mom is like whatever." So
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
I have to
get
take
on.
the trash out.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're in the middle of a game. Dave's like, "I gotta take
No, it's
the
like a
trash."
clutch scenario too.
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes left in the game.
He's
And
like, "I gotta take the
I gotta
trash."
go.
Bro,
The
I'm
only
a
reason
good
we ever
Asian
stopped
kid.
was just because we like didn't have time.
Yeah, but that whole period, I think you guys hit your lows then. I know. For
I hit
me-
my low last year, senior year.
Really,
Junior year wasn't even like as bad.
bro. Can we talk about that? Okay, so
Yeah, we can.
Let's talk. You could start with your senior year first, then. Or
I'd say it started
Where
off.
do you want to start? Like when you came back to school, or what?
Yeah, I mean, like junior year was actually like I enjoyed junior year a lot. After we came back to school, I thought it was like a lot of fun. You didn't think it was fun after we came back?
I don't know. That entire like year is a blur to me. Like, do you really remember much from that year?
I remember the last 3 months.
All I remember was the grapes and the pineapples and the battle royale.
Oh shit!
See, like we'd have
forgot
like
about
fun
that.
conversations at least. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
There
because there was
wasn't,
less
like-
people, it was like really dank, but at the same time, I felt like it wasn't memorable. Like you
I
said,
feel like yeah. The only thing I liked about junior year was that it was easy for classes. Like
that's facts.
we really had
It was
easy.
stress free. Like
Yeah,
at
yeah.
towards the end, you know. Okay, and then senior year I was cool for like a while. Even like during fall though, before no. Let me think about this. I'd say it's like after like winter season started, when I started to just be like inactive and like everything fucking hurt. And then like I was just like tired of showing up to fucking basketball every day just to like not do shit because I was just sitting out. And like that takes up a lot of time. And I just lost energy to do shit. It wasn't like I wasn't super sad at that point, but then like after basketball season ended, I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, I do know what the fuck happened. It was just like constant jokes towards me. And like I've never been affected by people's comments, but then it like started to get to me.
And it
like,
was crazy. No, it wasn't
And
just like
wait.
a few
there's
jokes.
there's
Wait,
like
wait,
shit
wait.
that goes over the top.
Yeah, okay. And so also like at this point, I couldn't like, cause I had like no energy. Like food kind of disgusted me too. Like I couldn't eat at all. And so like everything was just shitty about my body. And like when people would like make comments about how like skinny I am and like I'm weak and shit like that, it'd just be like what the fuck? You don't even know like what I'm like. I don't care when you do it. You know I don't care when you do it. But
Okay.
when other people do that
You
shit,
call
like,
me a panda.
But I also I like.
Insane.
I don't know. I feel like you're underrepresenting like just the sheer amount it was. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
No,
it wasn't
you-
like a joke a day or
yeah,
something.
it was
like
it was over the top.
I'm telling you, I
like
was
every 5 minutes there would be at least like one comment about it.
No, I tell you, I would never have the resilience to be you. Literally, you just walk around school and get that bullshit.
And like, yeah, so I just like go through all that shit. Even when I had crutches, bro, and like people would take the crutches and like throw them away.
Oh, I remember that.
Like that was, that's just like so fucked up,
That was funny. Don't lie, that was funny.
dude. You know how hard it is to. First of all, I have so much respect for people that don't have like able bodies, because that shit is so difficult. You can't carry your own food. You can't do shit.
remember
and,
when
like-
people were calling you a monkey?
What that was like my thing that
Yeah.
everybody's like meat righted, whatever. And then let me think. Okay, so all the comments start getting to me, and then like I go through like a really stressful time after fucking punching Henry, because this motherfucker was like talking about soul charges and shit like that, and everybody's like, oh, he's not gonna actually do that. But like you have to think about it from my perspective, where it's like I get my life thrown away for one fucking punch, and I'm like,
Hold on. You played the entire other card the entire time.
what the fuck am I supposed to do? Be like, I'm gonna cry, guys. My life is gonna be ruined. I'll be good, or I'm
when
not gonna be good.
remember when we talked about
Yeah.
it, and you were, even on the when we did that little
It's
rant on
still
the
in my. It
podcast,
was still in my mind at that point, though.
You were like,
We
I'm
never
not
posted
worried
that
about
rant,
it.
dude.
Remember?
We never posted that rant.
I wasn't. Yeah, but you gotta like. This is all like the 3-day period that like I didn't hear shit from anybody because I wasn't at school, and like I wasn't talking to Campo or anything like that, and I wasn't talking to Henry either, obviously.
That's
And
not-
so it's just like constant. That whole weekend was hell. It's just like constantly in my back of my mind, and I hear fucking comments from everybody about how like I'm cool for punching him or whatever, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like this is it's definitely not fucking cool anymore.
I don't want to like, dude, because we could go on like a whole fucking new podcast about that shit. But just to abbreviate, we don't fuck with him. But Yeah.
No shit, but
So,
and then like
do
okay.
you want to talk about how you've been this summer and the recovery from that shit? Well, actually, do you want
No,
to
yeah,
go
no,
around senior
everyone
year?
went crazy with that too because remember at the what was the thing after
The play.
the play?
Went
I
to
just
the
remember
musical.
talking about the 7v7.
No,
and
I'm
shit.
talking about the party. Remember, there's a party that everyone's like, Arjun, it'd be such a good idea if you.
Oh
went
yeah,
to
if I
his
showed up to his house. Like
I
what
was
the
like,
fuck?
bro, what?
And like at that point I was just like feeling like these people don't care like what actually happens to me. Like they just want to see me do some dumb shit for their entertainment.
I don't know why they thought that was funny.
And then so like I just like I like didn't feel appreciated at all for like the last like 3 months of school. And so that just like took a toll. But then like summer when I disassociate from everybody, like I don't have to talk to all these people, I've been feeling like really good. And I got back in the gym too because I actually have like energy.
Yeah, you've been getting gains.
Yeah. It's nice. It's real nice. I can be around whoever I want to be around.
You ready to talk? Or
About junior and senior?
senior, more specifically. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Senior year, I liked senior year a lot because people have said that I have senioritis like since freshman year because I just did. Like I would show up late to every single class, like all 4 years, and I was very late with like everything. Like I don't know. People said I had senioritis, and I finally got to like actually live through like senior year where like the teachers didn't really care. And I think I took like I had good classes, I would say. Like I had fun classes, even like A block, that was fun. Psych.
Yeah,
a
that
good
was fun.
That was like a good way to start the morning. In general, it was just chill, and especially being able to drive at that time. I don't know, like things were just a lot more relaxed and laid back at that time. I just never like stress out about this or that and the other. Even though we didn't even hang out that much that year, I feel like. Although we did actually. Nah, there was like a period during season where like every single day after school we just go to what do you call it? UTC.
Yeah.
And we just chill for like 30 minutes and then we'd race back to school to get home to get for practice. Stuff like that. Like it wasn't like, oh, we needed to like plan something out and go hang out, whatever. But it was like we were very chill, we were very laid back. And like there's a lot of times where I feel like I never took anything for granted. Okay, maybe like one thing, but like I for the most part I didn't take anything for granted in high school. And like at that moment I realized how like nice life was, and I really like cherished it. That's why like sometimes I'd stay after school just for like a while. And I mean Dave stayed with me a few times as well. Henry would stay with me, sometimes Gabe.
Oh yeah.
Like we would just work out and then like we just
Dude, I stay with you like every day, not just sometimes.
in the beginning I'm talking about. But like later on, like yeah, it was every day. We would just go, we'd work out, and then sometimes we'd just like sit around and chill and talk in the parking lot, whatever. I don't know, it was a good time. I really enjoyed senior year, and especially the second half where like teachers really could care less about whatever, and like I would
Facts.
spend maybe like 5 minutes, if anything, on like schoolwork. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a good time.
Facts.
I honestly wish, and I've been telling people this too, like, whatever, like, people who are like, oh, they make jokes about, like, oh, people who peaked in high school or whatever, but I honestly, like, I loved this year so much. I would, like, the complete
It's
opposite
ironic,
of
I'm
Arjun,
saying,
yeah.
'cause no, the springtime when you're in.
No, but, like, toward the end, like, I'm just telling you, like, life is so set up for us, right?
Yeah.
Like, we spent 4 years making relationships with all those people. Like, it took a while for me to get close to all of you, like, in the way that we are now, you know what I'm saying? Like, to
Yeah.
think about, like, people are gonna move to different areas, to different schools, meet different people. You have to start over that entire cycle again. To get, like, how close we are right now with someone else is gonna take another 4 years, right? We're, like, starting from point zero all over again.
Yeah.
Right now, like, we have our parents, like, financially supporting us, right? Like, we have cars to get around. For the most part, we can just, like, get up and go wherever, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
we're in a different situation, but still, like, we can hang out whenever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Gotcha.
And, like, in the next period of our lives, like, everything's gonna be so much different because it's gonna be, like, sure, people are gonna come back on break, but some people are gonna be, like, doing a job, or people are gonna be like, oh, I'm busy with this, or, oh, I didn't come home this break, or it's always going to be something, and you're never going to see people in the same fashion, and people are going to change, obviously.
Yeah.
So I just feel like everything was so comfortable and everything was so set up for us this senior year. And I don't know, it was something to really cherish. I really appreciated this senior year.
Do you think we're ever gonna like be at the point where we're gonna be having awkward conversations? Like it'll be 2 years in the future and we'll
No.
be like, oh, the weather.
I disagree. I don't think so.
Maybe.
Plus, no, bro. If you like,
Because people change, I'm telling you. Because when, believe it, like,
even if you change though, it's not like your values will change. I guess the things that like kind of make us better friends. I
Oh,
guess.
really?
I don't
but our personalities I'm talking about. Because right now, like, look at, even if people want to deny it as much as they want, like, you become a lot like your friends, right?
Yeah.
Or even think
And,
about
like-
like someone like real examples like Peter 2 years ago, or even me 2 years ago.
Is high school a bigger growth period than
It is, but
college?
but if you're gonna spend
I
the
mean,
next
college went
4
well.
years,
Plus, also we
with
went
other
through a
people-
pandemic that changed a lot of people way more than like it would.
Okay, yeah,
have
that
happened
is
if-
true.
I just think that you become a lot like the people you're around. Like, I would say in general, we are pretty similar in a lot of senses,
Yeah, like I don't think.
right? Personality wise, there's a lot of ways in which we are. Yes, there are a lot of ways in which we're similar,
Okay.
and I feel like that's
Me and Ridwan are literally the same human. Like, they're actually the exact same human.
yeah. So I feel like when we go and we all change our, like, everyone inevitably like changes, grows older. It's not like we're done growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna grow a lot more. Our lifestyles are gonna change. Our outlooks on life are gonna change. I don't know. In general, things are gonna be a lot different. So I don't know. Maybe we might not have like awkward conversation, but we're definitely gonna be like,
It'll be different.
yeah.
All right. Dave, senior year, I'm gonna try and articulate myself like as clearly as I can, or as short as I can. But essentially, like at the time, I feel like there's a lot of things I appreciate. Like basketball was at its funnest for me during my summer and fall of that year, and I feel like I became more individualized through the whole year. But at the same time, I feel like I went through like my biggest trials as far as bipolar shit, like the mania, depression, and shit like that. You saw periods of that, like in the middle of basketball season, there's one big hit, then during baseball season and the beginning of the summer. But overall, I feel like the overall journey has taught me to just accept those and try and, fight the bumps and bruises and keep on going. I feel like through my senior year, I've just grown to become more confident as an individual and just accept myself more. And now that I'm going, like you said, we're kind of going to ground zero thing, that's something that scares me, like going into a new environment and creating those connections. For people that don't know me, I feel like that's going to be difficult. And also, we talked about this before, how basketball has created the majority of our friends through life. Now that we're not automatically part of a team where we have to be associated with other individuals, it's going to be interesting how we navigate that. Like, for example, my roommates, at least in what I've talked to them on Instagram and shit like that, they're completely different people from me, and that kind of scares me. But I guess we're just going to grow and see what happens from there, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to say about our high school before we talk about general podcast shit?
I think like what you were saying, I think like you said, you make a lot of friends with basketball. I think like in general as introverts, having a class with someone or like being forced to see someone every single day helps to like build a relationship with people, right?
Yeah.
Versus in college, like people skip classes, you have like 400 people in a class, you know what I'm talking about? So it's not like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's not the same environment, so you have to actually like put yourself out there a lot more.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot harder.
All right. Well, I think we could just talk about our motivations and how like Orange Juice Podcast came to be. Shall I start this off? Because I honestly think like, for me,
We already talked about how we came to be, though.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like it started off in like the Dave podcast days.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And that was like motivated by Future Free. I talked about that a little, the conclusion thing that I will post, but it was just like I was lonely as fuck, and it was just like a way to keep memories forever, as far as like literally just keep voices in like a vault, and that's how it became kind of like a memory box. If you remember, it was just mundane conversations, and that was inspired again by that Frank Ocean song. But we kind of went into senior year. De La Rosa was what it was, and then me and you always had the idea that we could create a podcast, and then what was the motivation? Just be like, fuck it, let's go create a podcast, honestly.
I think I just needed to talk about some stuff and then I told you like we should just start a podcast.
Okay, Ridwan.
Yeah.
So after
Ridwan
the-
just got
you got looped into it, but how was your actual experience for this podcast? Like having it. I feel like we become closer from it, like all of us, because we just had this shared responsibility. Like this is kind of like our child.
Yeah, I'm very grateful that I was brought on. Because in the beginning, when like Dave just texted me out of nowhere, he's like, or no, we were talking about something about orange juice, and then he's like, by the way, you do know you're part of orange juice. I was like,
No, but you were already
Oh.
making the thumbnails to that point, so it's not like it was.
no,
you
it was
don't-
I think it was before.
No, you
that.
don't make it seem that out of the blue, because when the first like podcast that you were on was when I got COVID, which was the fourth one, and it was online because you had to record it. And from that point, that's
No,
when I was
think
like,
it was.
"You're
I
orange juice
think
now."
it was before that. Like I think you were asking me to make the first thumbnail or something, and then you're like, by the way, you're part of orange juice.
Oh really?
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh, cool.
how he was part of it.
Oh okay.
Because we just kind of got him to do all the thumbnails at first.
I was
Yeah,
just their
that's
tool
true.
in the beginning, and I did a lot of work for them, which is it was cool. There was like
In
a
the beginning?
span, yeah, and then there was a span in the middle where I did a lot of work for them.
That's true. That was
Okay,
during my
not for them, for us.
That was during baseball season, and when Arjun was being Arjun.
Yeah, Arjun
I was
did
lazy as shit. I'm always
I
lazy
mean,
as
you
shit.
on
still
like
are, but-
10 episodes in a row, and then I was
Yeah, it was just me and you.
I was in charge of like editing every single one.
I wouldn't say
like,
every single one. I say 2 out of 3.
Okay, yeah, 2 out of 3,
Yeah.
and then thumbnails on all of those, and blah 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 blah.
By the way, take a thumbnail right now. All right, yeah, keep on talking while you do that.
There's nothing else to what he said.
Okay, you want me to talk about my piece? I feel like being able to open up to like a wider audience to orange juice made me more accepting of like what's been happening with me, because it's just like there's so many random people that heard it that it was just like, once you start telling people, like I said with Gabe and talking about my mental health, it's like I was more willing to accept myself and talk to more people. And I felt like it helps knowing that people around us got the same benefit that I did, and the fact that it's like I want it to be my time capsule, but other people saw it in the same way. And that's why I've always said like the community has carried the Orange Juice podcast. You know what I mean? Like random people who would come up to us.
Can you guys go down, because I don't want to see your naked bodies.
There would be random people that would come up to us,
Down more.
mainly me, to be honest with you, that would be like, "Hey, I watched that podcast the other day. Thank you for having it," and shit like that. And it's like that is part of what inspired me to as an individual. I'm not sure why you guys did it, but besides like just hanging out with you guys and like having an excuse to like talk with people, what kept you guys going? Well, I shouldn't ask you
just said-
because you're lazy. But Ridwan, like what inspired you to continue like doing these? Because at any point you could just been like, "Fuck it, I'm done with this shit." You know what I mean?
It was cool. I enjoyed it, and like I said before, like I was cherishing a lot of things that was going on in that year, and that was like something where I always liked the idea of like a podcast, or like just talking to people and getting to know their lives. Like there's some things I genuinely did not know about people, like shit. Like when we talked to Moo, right? Like I learned a lot about like, because Moo in general is like someone who doesn't-
Mysterious.
yeah, he doesn't talk about his life a lot.
Yeah.
And like having a reason to like be able to like
Oh, we
learn
didn't say
more
shout
about
out
those
Moo,
people.
bro.
Oh, shout out
that's
Moo.
Shout out
facts.
Moo.
Shout out Moo.
You gotta put this. I feel like you should put this at the
You
beginning.
can you
No.
can cut it out and put it in the
If
beginning.
he asks, I'll send it to him.
No, cut it out and put it in the beginning.
Just cut it out and put it in the beginning.
Please.
44 minutes.
All right, shout out Moo. Thank you, Moo, for like being supportive all the time and just being like a person that I feel like when I talk with Moo, like he hears me. You know what
That's
I mean?
facts.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, I love Moo.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just a cool experience to like. I enjoyed it. There's nothing boring about it.
All right, well, is this the wrap up of our final podcast?
Hopefully we do like a.
Oh, yeah, well, we might do one like in Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. He won't be back for Thanksgiving. That's the thing. So it'd just be
in Christmas.
yeah. I mean, or it could just be me and you in Thanksgiving. To be honest,
Why don't you want to wait for him?
I mean, we
Yeah.
could do one for both of
Yeah.
them.
I want to wait for him.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wait
Yeah.
for Christmas. All right, guys. It's been a blast. I mean, like, I think we should answer our own ending questions. We already said our 10 years things. We already said. I already answered my ending question. So, Ridwan, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Rich, very rich.
That's the most. Everybody says that answer. You know.
Who's your role model?
Yeah, but you know what? I am gonna be rich. And you didn't let me finish. I'm
Okay.
gonna have a wife
Uh huh.
Oh, I love my wife.
and
4?
4 wives?
no, just one. I'll be 27. Maybe a kid.
Damn. Moving fast.
All right.
Nah, yeah.
So who's your role model?
I don't
No role models?
know, but what is it? Okay, an inspiration.
Yeah. What's an inspiration?
Because role
for you?
model is kind of like, out
Dude,
there.
it just
It's
turned
like
10.
You base
We
your
gotta rush
entire
this, I'm
life
sorry.
on them. Inspiration in my life is. This sounds like me writing, but Justin Verdillion.
Oh my god. You're really on his dick.
How am I on his dick?
You just are. What's your biggest
Okay, well, you know what? He was inspiration in my life.
what's your biggest fear?
Being alone.
Word.
Damn.
All right, with that,
Jesus.
let's end it on a happy note. I mean, for real, it'll always be love. Like, for real, love both of you. Last Orange Juice podcast time. And
We'll see each other in a year.
we will. Well, I mean,
And,
Christmas.
Never mind.
What? Say it.
What was it? I can't think of the words, to be honest.
Just say what comes to your head.
No.
Oh, honestly, thank you everyone for listening. Because
Yeah.
when we did the first couple episodes, and even from then on, I was like, there's no way like people are actually spending 30-40 minutes to like listen to us talk. There's no way we're like genuinely that interesting. And like
Yeah.
I was very negative at that time too. I was like, let's be real. Like people are clicking for like 5 minutes and then clicking off. Like no one's
Yeah.
actually watching our podcast. But even if you do spend 5 minutes, like thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
If you just clicked on
It
one
means a
video,
lot.
thank you. It's not like you'd be listening to the last 48 minutes, though, but thank you for real. And do you have the words yet? Or?
It was gonna be really stupid about us making out after the episode as like as
As a celebration?
as a
All right.
celebration for our last episode.
Well, we gotta head out. Arjun,
We're not doing that.
Arjun, this is possibly the last time we see each other until Christmas. Love
We're
you.
both
We'll
naked
hug you.
right now,
We're
but
both naked.
They
giving
just-
each other hugs.
I
For
just
real.
gave
Wow.
David a hug.
For real love. All right.
Slimy bodies.
Right.
Orange juice.
Fresh squeeze.
Fresh squeezed orange juice. Peace.